Thanks, everyone. It's good to see some familiar faces in the room. And thanks, Tanya. So we're going to start the day off, obviously, with ClickHouse for real-time analytics. This is our bread and butter here at ClickHouse. But the concept of real-time analytics has really evolved a lot over time. 30 years ago, if you wanted to know how many people visited your website, you had something like this. It's like a simple visitor counter. And you'd call that real-time analytics. We all remember refreshing these pages and just to check that the number was still going up, but that's real time, right? And if you were really lucky, you might even win a free iPod Nano. But we've come a long way since then. And now knowing that someone visited your website isn't enough. We need to understand everything. Who visited, what they did, where they came from, how they behaved. And we don't want to wait 8 hours for the next batch job to complete. We want to know immediately. Making this transition isn't exactly easy. Data volumes are ever increasing, and now like simple counts from that counter have turned into complex multidimensional queries. And at the same time, your stakeholders obviously expect results faster and faster and faster. So what are the options to deliver on these expectations? You start to think about the compromises you might need to make. Do you sacrifice freshness for speed? Do you need to go back to writing Java? God forbid. Real-time analytics isn't really a new problem. We've been trying to solve it since that first website counter, but like making it work, and I mean really, really work, with complex queries at massive scale, that's what ClickHouse was purpose-built to do. And how well are we doing it? Well, I mean, judge for yourself. Some of the biggest companies in the world are running ClickHouse in production for real-time analytics. We've got Microsoft, Netflix, Bloomberg, Disney+, eBay, and many, many, many more. So the challenge, but also the cool thing, as Tanya and Kritika alluded to, is that all these companies are running all sorts of different real-time analytics workloads. No two workloads are really the same for us. For example, Lyft uses ClickHouse to slice and dice global rider and driver analytical data in real time, and they see massive performance benefits and huge cost savings. Cloudflare analyzes logs across trillions of internet requests every single day to identify malicious traffic. IBM runs dozens of ClickHouse deployments that power key products like QRadar and Instana. And ClickHouse churns through petabytes of data to serve all of Vimeo's customer-facing video analytics. These aren't experiments. They're mission-critical customer-facing analytics at massive scale. And when the world's most demanding companies need millisecond latency, they come to ClickHouse. So what does it actually take to deliver real-time analytics at scale? As I see it, there's 3 things. The first is always fresh data. You can't deliver low latency insights if you don't have a reliable, low overhead way of getting data into ClickHouse as soon as it's available. And this is the whole purpose of our turnkey integration engine, ClickPipes, which allows you to ingest data in real time from a growing list of sources in just a few clicks. We have got database CDC from MySQL, Postgres, and MongoDB. We've got streaming from Kafka Kinesis. And we've got object storage from S3 GCS, and very soon, Data Lake CDC as well. And the key word here is managed. You're not building and maintaining complex pipelines. Our goal is to abstract all of that complexity away. You click a few buttons or run a few Terraform commands, and you let us handle the rest. So just to demonstrate what this looks like in practice, you pick your source, you enter some connection credentials and details, and you are basically done. You get monitoring and alerting out of the box too when we click next here. And it's all within this native ClickHouse Cloud experience. And we can see the data already flowing in here. So today we already have hundreds of customers using ClickPipes in production, including Ashby, Neon, Vueling, AutoNation, and many, many more. So OK, we've got fresh data flowing in. Now what? The second requirement is blazing fast queries. I'm sure you're all familiar with this because we talk about it all the time, but we publish and maintain an open source OLAP benchmark called ClickBench. And I think the results really do speak for themselves. We're 37 times faster for data loading, 20 times faster for queries, 10 to 100 times more efficient in terms of storage compression. And it's all accessible through standard SQL. There's no specialized query language that you need to learn. But let me address one thing really quickly that we haven't touched upon yet. ClickHouse is append only, right? You can't do updates and deletes. That's actually wrong. ClickHouse absolutely supports updates and deletes. And I'll be honest, the legacy solution that we've had for many years has caveats that make it pretty impractical for a lot of use cases. We've heard this feedback, and we've built something better. So in 25.6, which came out in June, we completely re-architected how updates in ClickHouse work. Here's how. Instead of rewriting entire data parts when you merge a few rows, we create tiny patch parts that just store the changes. And when you query, we merge these on the fly using new system columns that uniquely identify rows even after merges. Updates are now up to 1,000 times faster than the old mutation-based approach, and the impact on select queries is negligible, only about 15% in the most pessimistic cases. And this is overall much less overhead compared to the heavy mutations-based approach that we used to have. This means immediate updates without compromising query speed. You get OLAP performance with the mutability you need for real-world use cases like CDC from transactional databases. And this is already available in our cloud in private preview. Actually, I think now that we've got 25.6 rolled out, it should be not just in private preview, but in beta. So reach out if you want to give it a try. We're happy to walk you through it. So we've got always fresh data. We've got fast queries. Now, I think the third thing is really scalability. And this is where our cloud architecture becomes a key differentiator. So Kritika spoke to some of this already, but ClickHouse Cloud separates compute and storage. Data lives in S3, meaning that compute nodes don't need to maintain their own copies. This means you can scale up when traffic spikes, and you can scale back down when it drops, and you only pay for what you use. You don't need to worry about sharding, and you certainly don't need to over-provision for peak load. But separation creates a problem because S3 is cheap, but it's also slow. And as you can imagine, since I'm bringing this up, we have a solution for this as well. And this solution is called distributed cache. So S3 reads take 50 to 100 milliseconds, but our cluster-wide shared cache will let any node serve hot data to any other node in 1 to 5 milliseconds. So some quick math, that's 10 to 50 times faster. This means ClickHouse Cloud will have S3 economics with local disk level performance. And this is also in private preview, so reach out to support if you want to take it for a spin. And finally, the last piece of the scalability challenge is traditional databases hit a ceiling because each query runs on one node, even if you've got hundreds. Our new parallel replicas feature breaks this barrier. Once a query fans out across all of your nodes, it can use all available threads and much more memory, and you can get, let's say if you have 10 more nodes, you can get 10x faster queries. There's no data movement, there's no resharding, and there's dramatically lower response times at scale. We've seen our customers achieve huge performance gains. On 100+ billion row queries, we've seen performance drop from 26 seconds to under 1.5 seconds overnight. That's interactive speed at massive scale as far as I'm concerned. So we've come full circle. In 1995, real-time analytics was easy because it just meant counting visitors. Today it means understanding anything instantly at scale, because real-time analytics isn't about compromising freshness, speed, and scale anymore. ClickHouse delivers all three and makes it just as easy as that first web counter.